Assalamu alaikum. In Science and Technology chapter number 10, today we are going to see about disaster management. In this chapter, we are going to get some knowledge about the meaning of disaster, types of disaster, and how to overcome that disaster. That is, how to manage and reduce the effects of disaster. This chapter is important not only for scoring marks but also to develop our personality and skills and capability to overcome the situations of disaster and how to act in such situations. Now tell me, which word come to your mind first when you hear the word disaster? Yes, it is calamity. Calamity is an event causing great and sudden damages or distress. Now let us define disaster. Disaster is defined as a sudden or great misfortune whereby hospitals and or community facilities are damaged and functions are impaired. Now let us see how we can describe disaster alphabetically. So alphabetically, disaster can be described as D for destruction, that is destruction of life, property, environment and resources. I for incidents, that is unplanned or unusual occurring. S for suffering of people. A for administrative failure, that is it shows where our government and system of management fails. S for sentiment of people. T for tragedies, that is structures involving death and sadness of people. E for eruption of communicable diseases, that is diseases which spread from person to person and from animal to person. R for research and implementation, that is what researches can be done to overcome and reduce a disaster and how to implement them. Now let us see what are the types of disasters. So disasters can be classified into man-made or natural. Natural disasters are classified into two, geophysical and biological. Now geophysical is again classified into atmospherical and geological and hydrospherical. Biological disasters can be classified as plant origin and animal origin. Man-made disasters can be of unknown reason or international reason. Now let us see it one by one. So what is geophysical disasters? Geophysical disasters are disasters that are brought about by tectonic and seismic activities below the earth's surface. Many of these kind of disasters have similar signs such as shaking and unstable ground. These kind of disasters are unpredictable, which makes it hard to properly forecast the onset of one of these events. We cannot exactly predict when they will occur or how much impact they will have. Atmospherical disasters occur as a result of process in the atmosphere. It includes extreme temperature, hurricane, tornado, drought, severe storm, etc. An hydrological disaster is an hazard involving water processes, example flood, drought, tsunami, etc. Now, the biological disaster is classified into plant origin or animal origin. So what is biological disaster? Biological hazards can occur due to biological process of the earth and primarily involves the spreading of disease due to bacteria, fungus, animals, birds, insects, fungus and pests, etc. Epidemics, pandemics and insect swarm fall into biological hazard category. Sometimes animals catches infection which spread to human and diseases are caused due to animal bite. Example, plague, dengue, malaria, bird flu, swine flu, etc. Animal origin diseases are caused when animal catches some kind of disease. Animal sources can cause variety of diseases ranging from skin infection to infectious disease like jaundice, cholera, etc. Sometimes natural hazard can fit into more than one category, like earthquake in the middle of ocean causes tsunami. Disasters caused due to human error are called man-made disaster. It can be classified as unknown disaster and natural and international reasons. Examples of man-made reason, we can say disasters caused due to leakage of poisonous gases, atomic tests, or unplanned activities or any accidents. International resources are wire burn, fire, bomb blast, forced migration, terrorism, rape, child labor, etc. Now let us see some types of disasters here. Okay, now let us see the causes of disasters. So disasters may be caused due to natural reasons such as forest fire, weather or climate. Example, earthquake, hurricane, tornado, tsunami, etc. Man-made disasters are caused due to human errors such as explosion, terrorist activity, radiation, chemical spill, bomb blast, etc. Now, disasters are classified according to the influence they are forcing. That is, the scope of disaster is based on its sphere of influence. According to severity of impact of disaster, it can be classified as minor, moderate, major and catastrophic disaster. Minor disaster involves approximately 25 victims. Moderate disaster involves less than 100 victims. Major disaster is a great disaster. It involves 100 victims. And catastrophic disaster is when loss is more. The number of injured patients reaches up to the 1,000 or more. Now let us see some types of disasters. Earthquake, volcanoes, landslide, cyclones, flood, environmental pollution, deforestation, chemical spill, building collapse, car accidents and plane crashes. Now what is earthquake? So an earthquake is a shaking of the earth due to the tectonic plates of the earth, resulting into sudden release of energy in the earth's lithosphere that creates seismic waves. So what are effects of earthquake? Effects of earthquake are shaking of the earth, surface falling, aftershock felt, tsunamis can occur, tremors and vibrations are felt, and lands can slide. Now let us see what is landslide. So, landslide is a movement of rock, earth or debris down a slope section of land. Landslides are caused by rain, earthquakes, volcanoes or other factors that make the slope unstable. It is the movement of a mass of rock, debris or earth down a slope. What are its effects now? So, landslide can cause property damage, injury, and many lives can be lost, and adversely affects a variety of sources. For example, water supplies are cut, fisheries are affected, sewages are deposited, forest, dam, roadways, all are affected due to this, and it takes time for restoration. And it can be affected for years after a slight event. Water availability is less and quality and quantity of water can be affected. And also the natural resources are affected. Now let us see about volcanoes and its effect. So, a volcano is a rupture in the crust of the earth that allows the lava, volcanic gases, volcanic ashes and gases to escape from a magma chamber below the earth's surface, and it comes out on the earth's surface. Earth's volcano occurs because its crust is broken into 17 major tectonic plates that are floating on a hotter, softer layer in its mantle. So what is effect now? So effects are resulting from the rockfall. Deaths are result from the rockfall due to the volcanoes. Respiratory difficulty occurs due to toxic gases, and there is destruction of infrastructures, crops and supplies, etc., which take lots of time to restore, and many lives are lost. Now let us see about cyclone. So what is cyclone? In meteorology, a cyclone is a large scale air mass that rotates around a strong center of low atmospheric pressure. Cyclones are categorized by inward spiraling wind that rotates about a zone of low pressure. So now what are the effects of cyclone? The effects of cyclones include heavy rain, strong wind, large storm surges near landfalls, and tornadoes. The destruction from a tropical cyclone such as a hurricane, tropical storm depends mainly on its size and its location and also its intensity. Now let us see about the flood. So what is flood? An overflow of large amount of water beyond its normal limit, especially over what is normally dry land, is called as flood. So what are the effects of flood? Flood have large social consequences for communities and individuals. As most people are well aware, the immediate impact of flooding include loss of human life, damages to property and infrastructures, destruction of crops, loss of livestock, and deterioration of health. And many waterborne diseases can occur due to the flood. Now we'll come to deforestation. So what is deforestation? Deforestation is the clear cutting or clearing or removal of a forest or stand of trees from land which are then converted to a non-forest use. Deforestation can involve conversion of forest land to farm, ranches or urban use. The most concentrated deforestation occurs in tropical rainforest. About 31% of Earth's land is covered by forest. The primary cause of deforestation is agriculture. Trees are cut down for use of agriculture and also they are cut down for use as building material or sold as fuel, sometimes in the form of charcoal or timber, while cleared land is used as pasture for livestock and plantation. Now, let us see about environmental pollution. So, the pollution caused due to contamination of air is the environmental pollution. Pollution is the introduction of contaminant into the natural environment that causes adverse change. Pollution can take the form of chemical substances or energy, such as noise, heat, or light. Environmental pollution is defined as the contamination of the physical and biological component of the earth. Now, what are its effects? So, effects of air pollutions are high level of air pollution can cause increased risk of heart attack, wheezing, coughing, and breathing problems. It causes lung infections and irritation of eyes, nose, and throat. Air pollution can also cause worsening of existing heart problem, asthma, and other lung complications. Now, other man-made reason is chemical and industrial accidents. So what is this? A chemical disaster may occur due to both natural or human-made sources. Chemical disasters are occurrence of emission, fire, or explosion involving one or more hazardous chemicals in the course of industrial activity, or handling or storage of chemicals and its transportation. A chemical disaster is the unintentional release of the hazards into the atmosphere and it can cause human health disaster. Now let us see what are the effects of disasters. So due to disasters, there is a great loss of life and property of the people. Many people loses their lives and many properties and infrastructures are destroyed. Different areas of life like economic, social, cultural, political, law and administration etc. are affected due to sudden disaster. The life in the affected area is completely disturbed. Earth Each disaster has its own environmental impact. Disasters can cause damage and destruction of property. Damage and destruction of production and natural infrastructure. It also causes disruption of essential services, loss of livelihood, shortage of food and medicines. It can also cause increase in the communicable diseases. Then also disruption of governmental system and loss of national economy, etc. Now, what is the nature and scope of disaster? So, disaster is occurring suddenly. It is an unplanned event which in which the needs of affected community overweigh the availability of resources. Resources are short and the needs of people are increasing. A disaster occurs somewhere in the world almost daily, but these events vary considerably in size, scope and context. Minor disasters occurs almost daily. Major disasters occur sometimes. Now, disaster management involves either prevention of disaster or creating preparedness to face them. Now, let us see how to manage these disasters. So, disaster management can be defined as the organization and management of resources and responsibilities for dealing with all humanitarian aspects of emergencies. It means that we should take all such measures so that hazards cannot take the form of disasters. We cannot prevent the coming of natural hazards, but we can reduce their harmful effects through proper management. If we manage properly, take proper care and precautions, we can minimize the loss of life and property. Disaster management involves either prevention of disaster or creating preparedness to face disasters. Now it is done in three modes: pre-disaster management, management during disaster and post-disaster management. The pre-disaster management includes activities like prevention, mitigation and preparedness which are focused on reducing the loss of human life and property. Now we can say it is the precautionary stage to save people from natural calamities. Now, what is mitigation? So, mitigation phase is the use of efforts to reduce the impact of disasters. In preparedness phase, people are given counseling about disasters and made them prepared to face such situations. Now, pre-disaster phase includes the prevention of disaster. Now, what can be done during management of disaster? So, management of disaster phase is the phase of emergency. In this, the main characteristic is to see how maximum lives can be saved by quick action. Various actions like search rescue operations, medical assistance, first aid, restoring communication facilities, restoring transport facilities, removing people from the affected areas are the important aspects of this phase. The gravity of disaster can be estimated in this phase. The next is the post-disaster management. Post-disaster management is a recovery planning, and in this, strategies are set to assist a community in rebuilding after disaster occurs. Recovery planning can also be thought of as building the blueprint for reconstruction of the community after a disaster. It is also called as transitional phase. So, after the occurrence of disaster, rehabilitation work starts in this phase. It includes clearing of all the debris, restoring water facilities, electrical facilities, mobile networks, repairing of roads, etc. Also, rehabilitation of victims is the important aspect of this phase. Different institutions offer monetary help to soothe the financial and mental stress of people and also make available permanent means of livelihood. Now, next is the reconstruction phase. This is a very highly complicated phase. In this phase, people construct their building and facilities like road, electricity, water supply, etc. Farming facilities are restarted, productions in the factories and industries are also started in this phase. In case of disasters, an authority has been established at level of government. Following flowchart indicate the function of control and coordination under disaster management from national to village level. Disaster Management Act 2005 has been passed in our country. So at national level, the authority chairman is the Prime Minister. At state level, it is Chief Minister. At district level, it is the Collector's Authority. Taluka level, Tehsildar. And village level, Sarpanch. At the district level, District Collector is responsible for disaster management and implementation of rehabilitation schemes. Collector is planning, coordinating and controlling the implementation of rehabilitation program, gives out necessary instructions and review the entire system. He is also responsible for designing the scheme for each district separately for each type of disasters and getting those sanctioned from the state level authorities. Now, after disaster, what is the immediate actions done? So it is the first aid and emergency actions. During disaster situation, there can be large number of victims. The purpose of first aid is to prevent this number from growing and the victim conditions getting worsened. So it is a temporary measure and therefore will still need further aid from competent officials and agencies such as nurses, doctors, medical aids, hospitals, etc. So the first aid after disaster, what it consists? So it consists attending to the individuals who have broken limbs and also local massage therapy only if the aid provider is well trained. Then disinfecting the body part where there has been minor injury with antiseptic and then plastering those areas with bandage. Then attending the parts having burns with utmost caution so as to bring those areas in close contact with cold water. Next is putting in place a working communication system even if there has been a complete breakdown of the communication. Attending patients on a priority basis depends upon the suffering of an individual who is going through that injury. Then counseling the sufferers with minor ailment and increasing their motivational level so that they can join hands with the relief and rescue operation. We have to ensure that there is not a chaotic situation to prevent too many cooks spoil the broth. Then prevent the spread of contaminated food and drinking water by ensuring the hygienic distribution of the procedures. Then we should focus on personal hygiene of each and every patient impacted by the disaster, which in turn would reduce the chances of epidemic born out through the tragedy. Then provide services after disasters, which in turn would reduce the mortality rate of the sufferers. Now, what should be there in a first aid kit? It is important to have a well-stocked first aid kit at homes to deal with minor injuries. Your first aid kit should be kept in a cool and dry place and out of the reach of the children. What should it contain? It should contain different types of bandages, triangular bandages, safety pins, disposable gloves, scissors, alcohol-free cleansing wipes, medicated cotton, hand gloves, cream or spray to relieve insect bites and stings, antiseptic creams like Dettol or Savlon, painkillers such as paracetamol, infant painkiller such as aspirin, then cough medicine, distilled water for cleaning wound, clean and dry cloth piece and soap. So what are the objectives of the first aid? So it is to give medical help to the victim till doctor arrives, to give immediate treatment, relieve the pain, provide safety and security to the victim, attempt to improve the condition, transporting the victim safely and with care to the hospitals, preventing deterioration of the condition of the victim, and saving lives. Now next topic is mock drill. What is mock drill? So it is a simple training which trains us how to save life in real time situation when there is danger or calamity occurs. The main purpose of this drill is to check the reaction of the occupants or employees of the building and to know the workability of the firefighting detection system installed in the building so that deficiencies may be removed and further improvement plan may be executed to avoid life and property loss in the time of disasters. Thank you.